Hello everyone, it's Sheila back again. I'm back today with more happy mail. You know, the postman dropped this in my post box 2 o'clock. That's the only post we get during the day here. At one time we used to get first class post, came early in the morning, usually when it's getting a breakfast and that sun is shining through my... Why do we get so much sun in the winter? We never get it like that in the summer. Look, it's blinding me. I'll turn my computer. I can't turn my computer around to get rid of the sun. I don't want to shut my curtain, it'll make the room dark. But anyway, you'll have to put up with some sun on my face. But like I'm saying, we used to get it usually when we were sitting having my breakfast. The post used to come, and then there used to be some second class posts used to come a bit later on in the morning. Now, the only post we get is 2 o'clock in the flaming afternoon. But anyway, it's another little rant about the post. This is from Sue. Well, her name's Susanna, but I think she likes Sue because I've seen everything she writes. She bought some coasters from me from my Etsy shop. And there's a little card here in the packet. And it's, "Dear Sheila, thank you once again for the lovely coasters which you have crocheted so beautifully. They're so pretty. Thank you, Sue. I was hoping you could use these surplus patterns or maybe pass them on to your friends. I love your channel. I think a lot of people knit on their own, so your chat is really cheery. You are good company for us. The Celtic cardigan is fabulous. What patience you have. Sent with love, Sue Buxton." Thank you, Sue. That's a lovely card to put on my mantelpiece. I'll do that after I finish here. So I'm going to show you all the patterns. That's what there are, a lot of knitting patterns. A lot of these are old-fashioned babies, but old-fashioned is timeless. We still knit the same things these days. I still knit the same things that I knit 50 years ago for my children. I've knit them for my grandchildren and my great-grandchildren. So this is a really old one, 6pence in old money, not 6pence, 6pence, that's the way we used to see it, or a tanner. I hope you can see for this sunshine, and it's not so bad when I hold it up close. There's 3 little baby patterns on there. I'm trying to get away from the sun and it's hard. Oh, it's lovely. I like more looking at the little babies. There's another one. And another one there. I have 1 or 2 similar patterns like that one. Oh, and some lovely Aran type. Aran style, but they're double knitting, the hats and the sweaters. These are another ones that's timeless. It doesn't matter how old the pattern is, the styles, there's very little change in them. That's another nice one. That's another nice one. I think I can do 1 or 2 tutorials of some of these patterns that I haven't done and I haven't seen before. It's a nice one, a nice hat there. That my granddaughter's partner said to me one time, because I knit myself a hat with a pom-pom on, he says, "What is it with you women and pom-poms?" I say, "Shut up, we like pom-poms on our hats." I like those ones. I used to do ones like that for my lads with the polo neck and the ordinary round neck for the little girl. Some more nice ones, the V-necked ones. I think V-necks are probably better for little boys as well, because I knit a couple of cardigans for my 2 youngest great-grandsons lately. The older one doesn't seem to want things like that. But Cheryl said when she put the cardigan, they were both buttoned up because that's what she asked for. I would have done V-neck, but she asked for button up. So when the youngest one put him on, he wouldn't have the buttons up. She says he kept pulling them. I says, you know, I told you should have had V-neck. But they don't listen to us, do they? That's the nice ones with pockets on that. Be nice for the kids to put their rubbish in their pockets, isn't it? Oh, two lovely little ones as well. I like these kind. I like the I do all the kind I do for myself are all like these, like set in sleeves. An odd raglan one, but I do like the raglan ones better on children than the set in and them ones with the straight sleeves, you know, where they just dropped straight down. Oh, there's something dropped out of the inside of one of the... Oh, something Sue must have been doing, and she's got instructions for something. I'll better put that inside that pattern in case I need it. Well, the sun's gone round a bit now anyway, it's not so bad. Oh, there's two beautiful little dress and a little matinee coat. You know, having boys, I could never do anything like that for them, little dresses. But I had one or two friends that had little girls, and I used to do them. I used to knit and crochet for my friends, for their little girls. That's another nice little one, just a pattern on the front. I love the style of the clothes as well. The clothes are girl clothes. The clothes that children wear these days are just not where I would dress mine in. If I was having kids these days. That's another nice little one. Nice pattern here, and just a little bit garter across the top. Now, some of these I'm probably going to do and get onto my Etsy shop. You know, I like that one. There's the, what do you call them, the guard thing, the Buckingham Palace guard. And I think that's either like a penguin, some sort of bird thing, and with some boots there. And this, we might end up using things like this before long. Hot water bottles, with the way the gas and electric is going up in price. So that'll be very handy. Another just nice plain cardigan. They're good for, you know, just learning ones. I've just learner knitters. Also nice ones. Just a little bit patterned down the centre. They're nice to just set off the sweaters. That's 6p, it's not sixpence, it's 6p, so that's the new money. That must have been after 1972. Like that one there. 9p. 9 days, ninepence. We said ninepence, you see 9p these days. Oh, different styles, little collar on, couple of buttons on the front, and just a round neck. I remember I had worn a sweater like that with it, had a sailing boat like that in the middle of it. I lent it to, I used to have a girl live next door to me a number of years ago, and she had a couple of kiddies and she was expecting another one, and I lent her a lot of my patterns. Done a moonlight flit a couple of years later and took all my patterns with her. So I lost a lot of my patterns, all my crochet ones, because I taught her how to crochet, and she borrowed all those patterns. I never ever got them back, and that really annoyed me because they were irreplaceable. And there's another just round neck sweaters with couple of little designs up the front. I think just a nice plain little sweater just looks nice, sometimes nice and tidy. Another one area, those scarves with the pom-poms on the bottom. I like those. I used to do them for mine when they were little. Wouldn't wear them when they got older though. Oh, that's a more modern one. That's nice cardigans, nice. It's hard to see for the way the sun is. And there's a small little one. You know something, the patterns, these patterns, when you do baby cardigans, these ones is to fit 6 months, from 6 months. Now when you do the sleeves, now a 6-month-old, they've got, most of them, even old patterns I had a 5-inch sleeve length for a 6 to 12-month-old. I did that for a new baby. I've always done my sleeves on babies' cardigans longer than what the pattern says. I would have done a 7-inch sleeve where this is 5 inches. So obviously they seem to think babies have short arms, don't they? You can see from the pattern that the sleeves are too short for the length of the cardigan. And I always do my sleeves a little bit longer. It makes the cardigans or sweaters, whatever, they last a little bit longer as well. And there's some nice couple of shawl type cardigans. We have the fold over collar thing and sweaters. These are Aran. I think it's, yes, it's Aran. Some more Aran patterns. Oh, I enjoy doing some of these things like this, like when I get time. That's another nice. I actually have this pattern myself, but I downloaded it from somewhere and I've got it on my computer and I haven't gotten round to printing it out yet. So this is saving me from printing it, the proper pattern. I can't remember where I got it from, but yes, it's Peter Gregory. It says Peter Gregory on the top of the pattern. So somebody's obviously uploaded this somewhere for anybody that wanted the PDF format of it. That's another nice cardigan and sweater with a hood. And last but not least, 3 more lovely little sweaters. Nice patterns on them there. They're going to be some nice patterns for me to sort out to do some tutorials for. I like doing things like that, going through patterns. So it was very thoughtful of you, Sue, to send me these patterns. And I am definitely going to do some of them, sort them out and do what I do, and probably be putting some of them on my Etsy shop. And she even sent me the cardboard pack. I put the coasters. These are just cardboard I save from things I buy, and when I send anything, when anybody buys anything from me, I put bits of cardboard in to stop them bending, you know, the parcels. She even sent me the cardboard back in case I needed for another packet. Thank you, Sue. A lovely patterns, and that's very nice of you to think of me in that way. That's another friend like Sandra I've got that sent me a lot of patterns. And I have been doing, this is some of Claudette's. I've actually changed to the red needles again because they're shorter. My other ones, if I was knitting of a night time, I would use these, but these are much longer. You can see the difference in the length, and I do not like these long needles. I had to use them when I was doing the poncho until I got the circular one, but I tried knitting with these, and where I'm sitting they keep hitting the sides of the settee and it's no good. I like the short ones and they just rest on my arms, no trouble at all. But I can knit with these during the day, but if I ever wanted to do anything, once I put the light on in this house, I cannot knit anything with this colour. It's all right in daylight, but any artificial light is just too bad for my eyes. And we don't get much light today. It's getting dark around about 3:30, so I'm going to have to crack on and get a little bit more of that done. But I did do a little bit. What have I done with it? I had something on here. Oh, there it is. I've got that much rubbish all around the edge of this coffee table, so all around my computer and that. I started doing in between, usually when I have my lunch, usually when I have my breakfast, I'll come back after I've done what I've got to do and I'll sit down and do a little bit crochet to do a few more coasters. This is another one I've started on. But the postman came, so that stopped me from doing this. But I was doing a little bit to build up my collection again. Get them onto my shop. And my granddaughter was talking about doing a market thing somewhere before Christmas time, because she has an Etsy shop as well. And she knows more about it than I do, but I said if she does get it sorted out, I'll go with her and we'll go half-as with whatever it costs for the to go, because she does these sort of things. I'm going to show you what she does. These are scrunchies. She does these for me. I think she tests things like this out on me. Some scrunchies and different ones. These are just a few I've got, you cannot see, but I've got one in my hair at the moment. That's a very short one, which I prefer actually. I prefer them to these bigger ones. She done that one for me, but I think she tested that on me as well because she hasn't done any more of them. And she also does, pick them all up. She does slides, these sort of things. She does them for me. That's one set she's done for me. The sun's out again. There's another one. There was one she puts those sort of clips on the back, you know, you just push them into your hair and press them on. There's those kinds, the blue ones. And then there was another. When she first done these ones for me, she done one like that and one like that. And I said, Cheryl, I like both the same in my hair. She said, nah, honestly. So she done me another set, so I've got a set of both. So when I wear them, I wear the same ones on either side. I don't like one like that and one like that on the other side. I'm a pest. And then she does key rings. That's the one with my initial on. She done that one for my car. I put that on my car keys. And she done one like that. A heart. That's for my keys and my front door and back door and all that. Those are the kind of things she does. And she does other earrings and anything she does. I'll put a link to her Etsy shop in the description box, so if anybody wants to have a look and see what she might be selling, it's one or two nice little Christmas gifts that anybody might want. And I was at my bingo last night. Never won a thing. I wasn't expecting to. One or two of the other girls did win something, but me and my friend didn't. Me and my friend always share if we win anything, but neither ever won anything. But anyway, there was we always sit in this big corner, sort of like a long back seat and along the side, because I think there was about 9 or 10 of us there last night. We always like this big corner. And there's some fellas sit on the table further down, and I was sitting on the end of this corner thing, so I was next to where these fellas were, and so we're having a little bit chat, and they were saying something, saying, we used to sit in that corner before you come here, you know. I said, oh, sorry, have we pinched your seats? He says, no, he says, well, enjoy your company, we like listening to you. But a lot of the girls were flashing the photographs of their grandkids and, you know, this, that and the other, and that's got grandkids. But me and my friend are the two oldest there. We are both both 75, and the rest of the girls is around about 50, you know, a couple maybe is a bit younger. So they've only got grandkids, I haven't got great grandkids. And a fella saying, well, I haven't seen your photographs. You know, I says, I don't need to flash my photographs. I know my grandkids are the greatest. I don't need to show them to everybody, you know. And you were saying, well, let's have a look. So I showed them one or two photos. And then I have some photographs of it's one in particular of my grandfather. I'm going to show you. Find it on my phone. That is a photograph of my grandfather. I never knew him because I was born in 1946 and he died in 1947. And he was a steel erector in his days before he died. I've got a screen thing on there, that's it. He was a steel erector, and my father was one of about 5 boys, I think, and they all took after him. They all went into the steel erecting business, but I never knew what that uniform was that he was wearing. And I tried to find out from some relatives, and none of them knew. And I thought it was maybe some job he did, and I've been waiting for the on the ancestry.com. I do that not all year round, just usually in the winter months. And I've been waiting for the census. The census that'll come up for would have been 100 years ago, would be 1921. That might have told me maybe what this uniform was. So I showed it to these old fellas, and he says, well, look at it. One of them must have known a lot about them, and he says his hat tells you what it was. He says, well, I don't know what it is. I haven't got a clue. I says, nobody else knows. I've asked alone my relatives. Nobody seems to know. He says it's got NT on the top of the hat. I said, well, what does it stand for? He says Northern Territorials. Must have been in the Territorial Army. That must have been what the uniform was. Well, that's what they think it's for anyway. I never knew, but anyway, that's my grandfather. I'll show you one or two other photographs you might like. That was my grandmother. These are this is my father's side. And she must have been a maid in her early days. She died in 1966. I didn't know her, but not that well. There was a lot of problems in my family with the grandparents. And that was my mother in her young day. And just to see whether you think there's any likeness, that's me at the same age, about 19. Or I might have been a bit younger than that, I think. Just so you know what I looked like when I was young. And that was my father. His name was Joseph. My mother's name was Edna. My grandfather's name was Christopher. And my grandmother's name was Eleanor. I have a sister called Eleanor, named after her. And my grandmother's maiden name was May. That's where my middle name comes from. I'll see if I have a picture. Oh, this is another one. This is a little bit of history. That gentleman there in the light coloured jacket, that is the sun's shining again, that's my grandfather on the Tyne Bridge in 1928. He was one of the steel erectors that built the Tyne Bridge. So that's a little bit of history I have in my family. That was the Evening Chronicle, the Newcastle Evening Chronicle. That was where these photographs were taken from. I'm looking to have a photograph of my parents before they died. I have to go through a lot of photos to find them. That was my mum and dad. I'm not sure how many years before they died. That was just a neighbour's son that they were with. That is just one or two little photographs to let you see some of my family. I'll have to show a few more some other time when I get them sorted out. But when I went in my car the other day, it was when I was going to get those circular needles. There was a song came on my radio. A lot of you older people will remember the song Bobby's Girl by Susan Morn. And I love that song. And it was the first record I ever bought from my wages from when I first started working. I think it would be 1962. I think I would have been about 16 at the time when I bought the record. And I was telling my granddaughter this the other day. I just happened to mention about it, and she never heard of the song, you know, naturally. When she's only 30 something. But anyway, I was telling her about it, and I says, I bought this record when I was about 16, and I says, I was in the house, I was only one in at the time, and I was playing it on my record player and singing my head off at the top of my voice to this I Want to Be Bobby's Girl. And unknown to me, my dad had come in. Well, he had gotten one of those tape recorders for Christmas, you know, one of those square boxes like that, big square box like that, and you had a spool of tape and an empty spool, and you had to wind the tape from one spool to the other. A lot of you will remember these as well. I think it was a Grundig actually. And I didn't hear him come in because I was busy singing at the top of my voice, wasn't I? And he had started recording, he must have started this recorder recording me. And he said to me, anyway, after I'd finished and I came out the bedroom, and he says, you know something, Sheila? I said, what? If you ever want to be Bobby's Girl, you're going to have to learn to sing better than that. And he had recorded me, and he was showing it, well, not showing it, like my mum and my sisters listening to it, listen to Sheila's lovely voice. And that was the day I found out I couldn't sing. And before this lockdown thing started, all the COVID and everything, we used to go to a karaoke on a Tuesday. Used to be a Tuesday afternoon. And I used to have a couple of friends I used to meet there, a couple, Arthur and Jenny, they called them, and some other friends and that, and we used to go from 4 o'clock, and then there used to be a young fella called Scott used to come in and do the karaoke from 5 o'clock to usually till about 8. That's usually when I used to leave, about 8. And my friend's husband Arthur, he used to get up and sing. He wasn't bad, you know, he was quite good to listen to, but a lot of the singers we used to hear, you know, you could cringe when you were listening to them and they thought they were good and all. And Arthur kept saying to me, Sheila, why don't you get up and sing? And I said, I cannot sing, Arthur. He says, well, you sound all right. I've heard you when you're singing along. I says, I know, but it's different singing along to actually getting up and singing. I says, I know I cannot sing. And he kept going on and on every week, and that. So I says, I'm going to prove it to him that I cannot sing this week. So I got up to the DJ. We'll have to tell the DJ if we want to get up and sing and what song we're going to sing. So I says, Scott, look for I Will Survive, Gloria Gaynor. And that's the best one to let him hear that I cannot sing. Like. and Scott says, you're not going to get up and sing, are you? I says, I am. So I got up and sang and sat back down again, and Arthur says, I says to Arthur, now, I says, do you believe I can't sing now? And he says, oh, you just need some practice, man. And Scott says, you need a flaming miracle now in practice. He still won't believe it. But we haven't had a karaoke afternoon for, well, since before the COVID thing, since it all started, because it hasn't started up again in the pub that I used to go to. But I do miss those afternoons, and I'll be back there again if they do start up again, but not at the moment. All I've got is my Thursday bingo. So that's my little bit for now. I'm going to do a little bit more knitting on Claudette's cardigan. And I actually started on the other colour. I'll show you. There, I've actually started on the other colour. This is the, I would say it's like a mustard colour. That's the in between colour on the thing. It's going to be like this when when it comes. I can't put it straight, but it's going to hang down, you know, that way. So the stripes go down that way. Not on there. That would be right on your arm down there, somewhere like that. But anyway, oh, and I lost my stitches coming off those needles. I put them in like that. That's it. That's my little bit for now. I think I've talked enough anyway. I need a drink now. Like. So thumbs up and subscribe, and bye for now.